And then there were 3.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine, this is the Mare.
Hello.
Welcome to a new Flash review. I know things are a little different this week. You're like, what's going on? Why isn't this live?
Since we'll be traveling, we won't be able to do this review live, but we still wanted to give it to you for you to watch and give us your thoughts. So, without further ado, let's talk about it.
Yeah, about this week's episode called Rupture.
Oh my god, what is this episode?
Oh!
What is this show?
I haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
But first off, quick thoughts?
Yes, starting with the hologram.
That was a
How
really
cool
neat
was that?
idea. Mm-hmm.
I was like,
really neat idea.
Oh, look at you, Cisco, going with your little...
It's like, all that gaming has paid off
Yes.
quite a bit. But yeah, it was a good, sort of compromise, but, Wells called it. It was like, guys.
It's temporary.
It's temporary. It's not even fixing anything.
Yeah. Also, Henry's back.
Yeah. What did you feel about that? How did you feel about that?
I mean, I thought it was going to be temporary, but it seems like this is going to be like a permanent move. Like he's going to be part of the show now. So I'm just curious how that dynamic is going to go. I don't know. What is he going to be doing? I don't know. Maybe he's not going to stay?
They send him off to the woods for most of the season.
Yeah.
They bring him back for a few episodes. Come on.
You think they're going to kill him?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes,
I hadn't
this is
thought
it.
of it. Oh.
They're bringing him back right when Zoom is in town? Really?
Oh, no, I'm sad. Speaking of being sad and, tearing up, this episode, Cisco and his brother's moment.
God, you're so weepy.
The reason I got so weepy is because it came right after the Barry and Iris moment.
Oh, yes. That
totally happened, guys. That totally happened. Like, oh my god. She said yeah in the best way possible where he doesn't have his powers. She said, I don't care. I want to be with you, whether you're Flash or not.
They did it right. They
definitely did it right.
They definitely did it right. It made sense.
My
it
God.
was grown up. It was just,
And Iris it's just Iris, for Barry you could see like he just the way he was acting, he was just like, this is what he's been wanting for his whole life,
Is Barris the thing?
Is Barris? I don't know.
Is Barris gonna work?
I don't know.
Actually happen?
This is my OTP right now. Seriously. I love it so much. Let's move on to Barry being very cautious.
Really? Now
Yeah.
you're cautious? Mr. I'm gonna open up a portal to another Earth where Zoom can potentially come back.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
When Wells was like, maybe you shouldn't do that, and now that Wells is like, maybe you should try to get your powers back.
And then Barry's like, whoa, bro. I don't know. I feel like you're asking a little bit too much. Like, really? Now you're being cautious? I mean,
Yeah.
you could, if at least you had said something like, I made a mistake bringing Zoom. I'm not going to make another mistake.
I need to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, but...
I understand. Part of me understands because the last time he tried to do something, it turned out really, really bad. Like, he really thought he could stop Zoom, and now maybe he's like, I can't just rush into something else. But I was just like, wow, you're almost two on the other side.
Yeah.
Men in the Iron Mask.
We got another clue.
Possible clue when Henry said that his mother's maiden name
was
is Garrick. Maybe it's Jay Garrick, the real Jay Garrick in the Iron Mask, who is related to Barry in some way. Maybe it's.
If Wally West in Earth 2 is related to Barry, that's awesome. Hashtag denial.
Hashtag denial. Yeah. Yeah. That would make again that ever since he tapped his name as Jay.
So maybe he was saying his name.
He was his name, which is what I thought he said from the very beginning. When he actually tapped it, I was like, is he saying his name? Is he Jay?
Okay, so let's say it's an actual legit clue, right?
Yeah.
If that's an actual clue, which I believe it is, that would mean that the man in the Iron Mask could potentially be a Garrick.
Yes.
Right? Who could potentially be, Barry's father.
Right, but why would he be named Garrick, though? Because it was the main name of his mother. So unless his mother wasn't married when she had him, and he took...
How would he get Barry Allen, basically? How would Barry Allen from Earth 2 be named Barry Allen?
Right. It maybe it's like the uncle Or like the,
Does he have an uncle?
or like a grand uncle or
Does he have an
grandfather?
uncle?
Or maybe it's his grandfather. Anyway, point is, it's possibly your Garrick, who could possibly be related to Barry. So the real Jay Garrick seems to be a hint in that. Because we don't know who Jay Garrick is. Anyway.
He's Wally West from Earth.
I still think Wally West would have been a cool idea. Moving on to the particle accelerator.
The idea of the century.
So finally, Barry is like, all right, guys, I'm going to do it.
Well, he had good motivation.
yeah.
The fact is, Zoom, in a very badass way, killed a lot of cops.
Yes.
Did you see how he did it? So
my God,
that
yes.
was scary.
Yes, it was scary.
The way he did. I thought Joe was dead for a second.
I
was like,
wonder, but I was like, no.
if they killed Joe, that would have
Oh
made...
my God.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No.
All right, so definitely the motivation that he needed. He got into the mix, which also gave Cisco the opportunity to channel some Harry Potter and
Expecto Patronum! And then things kind of went to a little bit.
Totally did, right? Like, so basically, we saw Barry dissolve, right?
Yes.
Like completely dissolve and become
This
the Speed
energy,
Force,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
exactly.
Speed Force that sort of like left the room.
Yes. And at this point, everybody's like, oh my God, you killed Barry. We killed Barry.
Oh my God, you
Oh my
killed
God,
Barry.
they killed Barry.
You bastards!
Which could be an advantage to them if Zoom thinks Barry is dead. Of course, Barry's not dead because, he's the
show's called
Flash.
The Flash.
Unless they make someone else the Flash. Which, by the way, so
That is so cool.
the energy flows and hits Wally West and Jesse. And then this whole time, when they put Jesse and Wally in the same room, I'm like, oh, this is happening.
Something's happening.
So here's the thing. In the comics, Wally West is Kid Flash, another speedster. And then there's another character in the comics called Jesse Quick, who is also a speedster. And I think that when the actress was cast to play Jesse, Wells' daughter, they actually were trying to cast also Jesse Quick, the speedster, it seems like. And so they were dropping hints like this big in this episode. As they're doing the accelerator, they're pairing those two, who are the two that could potentially become speedster. And then we get Wally trying to figure out what to do with his life. And then Joe tells him, oh, I'm sure there's something out there that can pair speed and helping people. And then in the room, Jesse is like, we don't have any powers. And Wally tells Jesse at some point that she's really quick. And then they get hit by the Speed Force. I mean, if they don't...
It's like the show is like,
Hey.
hey.
Seriously.
Well, what could be interesting, because they were both hit by the Speed Force at the same time, it's possible that they might end up being related to each other, like needing each other, kind of like making a twist on the whole Kid Flash, Jesse Quick, or if I'm not incorrect, separate characters. They might be related and connected in some way, and they might need each other in order to be the speedsters that they need to be. Just saying,
know.
it might be
I'm not
possible.
sure.
It would be an interesting impediment. It might make the whole...
But I feel we already had that with Firestorm, where they had to fuse to become Firestorm.
I'm not saying they need to fuse. I'm just saying they might need
it's
each
the
other.
same thing. They need each other.
They might
I feel
need
like
each
we've
other in
kinda
some
had
way.
that
It might be an interesting thing. Because otherwise, you can just have another Flash, right? Or another speedster. You need a speedster with an impediment.
Well, maybe they want another speedster.
I don't know.
You know?
See. We shall see.
In case Barry doesn't make it out. I'm just saying. But also, this made me think about the fact that maybe in order to defeat Zoom, you need more than one speedster.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be all three of them teaming up. The Flash, Kid Flash, and Jesse Quick against Zoom.
Against Hunter Zolomon. But that means that Hatelin is not going to happen, guys.
Oh, Hatelin.
Hatelin is not happening.
I know. My crazy ship. Yes, I have issues, guys. I know. I'm working on it. But those were all our thoughts. This episode was freaking epic.
Oh yeah, absolutely epic. But we want to hear what you thought of this episode. Comment below, let us know. Do you think that Kid Flash, Jesse Quick is actually going to happen? What's going to happen with Barry? Is he going to still be the Barry we know?
I don't know. excited. I wished there was a new episode right now. I want to watch it. Anyways. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet so you don't miss any of our flash reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye. T-shirts?
Yes,
Huh?
t-shirts.
We got some new t-shirts.
So-
We went on a shopping spree for our show t-shirt because I was like, I want a Flash t-shirt. I want
But
to
the
share
question
love.
is, who wore it best? Comment
It's not
below.
who wore it best. It's
Hey.
who has the best t-shirt.
You know what?
Who has the best t-shirt?
Yes,
I feel
yes.
like-
Comment below. Let us know.
No. We even have a pillow. Huh? You can access our
Pillow wore it best.